Careful. Shalom Aleichem, Chaverim.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbi.
There I have got Rabbi Jerry, Rabbi Ravi, and the Rabbi's son, I believe. And I've got Gordon? Brandon?
Yes.
And I've got Natalie there. And Rabbi, who is this? I can't pronounce this name. Oh, Kolea. Tzedakot. Ma shlomchem? Tzadikim, tzedakot. Ma shlomchem? My apology, my voice is not clear today. I have got this flu and cough. But Baruch Hashem, I got up. Welcome, Rabbi Akiva. Ma shlomcha?
Are you hungry?
I believe everyone is well. Are we there, Tzadikim? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, Baruch Hashem. Well, I'm very a layman. I'm a layman in these technologies. Tzadikim, last week I gave a hint that the continuation of the subject HaEmet could be not the last, but I wanted it to change it to a different subject. But I thought, I reflected and thought about it. And we resolved that for now, I continue with the continuation of this subject, the subject of HaEmet, because it's so deep. It's so deep in the sense that it's talked about Aleph, the beginning, the head of all Hebrew alphabet, speaks about the middle, meaning Mem being the middle of 27 Otiot. And then he talks about Taf, the end of the word HaEmet. We saw last time that Rabbi Ben Shchai went on to say that this is a hint, and that this is also the Chotem, meaning the seal of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We also covered an aspect of Otiot, meaning the Hebrew alphabet, to be the Kelim, meaning the vessels, the vessels of higher light to this world. The letters themselves are not light. Yes, they could be, in one aspect, they could be light in the sense that we have got a concept of black fire and the white fire. the black fire are the letter themselves. So yes, in one aspect, they are light, but in the words of Ben Shchai, they are vessels. We saw that through the methods that the sages passed to us, we saw that one of the methods is that of Milui, that the moment you, or when you want your sefer or your shefa to increase, you have to follow the pattern, how to multiply your shefa in this world through the method called Milui. And there's something that we did not look at it because we only concentrated on what Ben Shchai brought forth through two words. What are those words? Perur and Iribu. This word that appeared for the first time appeared in a Bereshit, chapter 1, verse 28, if I'm not mistaken. My apology, may I request each one of us to take his chumash or a chumash so that we can work together. The word Peru and the Urevu are very, very, very high concept that will not be the subject of now. And I'm sure that a number of us who have been with us in the train are all familiar with this concept alluded to into those two words. Well, it's not a subject for now, but I will ask you in a few minutes' time why I brought that subject of these two specific words. When you look at the Pasuk 28, may I ask if I wanted to see who has got a chumash there? Who has a chumash in front of him or in front of her right now? Tzadikim, Chavrim. Can somebody?
I have one, Rabbi.
Thank you very much. Can somebody read for us 28, Pasuk 28? Are we there? 28?
28. And which book? Which book?
Bereshit,
Bereshit.
chapter
28.
1, verse 28.
Chapter 1, verse 28?
Yes.
Okay. Chapter 1, verse 28. God blessed them, and God said to them, be fertile and increase, fill the earth and master it, and rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and all the living things that creep on earth.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is it brother who? Rabbi who? Sorry, I've got the weaknesses of the eyes.
Yes, it's Jerry. It's Jerry. Rabbi.
Jerry, right, Jerry. Oh, well. Is there anyone who can read for us in Hebrew? Our limud is much more also to learn Hebrew, because as we will see in a few minutes time, it will not do you justice in terms of understanding, in terms of knowing, meaning knowledge. Gaining knowledge, if you read the Hebrew writings only in the translations. Who can read us? Who can read it for us in Hebrew? I'm interested much more the word after urevu. Peru urevu.
You want to share it on the screen?
Yeah, well, I did ask them to.
They have the book.
They have got the book. They have got the Chumash. I want to believe that they have got the Chumash. Chumashim. Yes, Rabbi Ari, can you please raise this and help me to write the word HaEmet and atem. No, just the word. Okay. Chavirin. The word after urevu is milu. Can you write it milu, please, for us here?
Milui?
M, or mem.
Yeah.
Lamed.
Yeah.
Aleph.
Vav.
And a vav.
Anything else?
Yeah, and I will let you know. Once I can. Thank you very much, Rabbi. Chaverim, our subject is still HaEmet. The word that appears after the two words that Rabbi Ben Shchai started by explaining about the word HaEmet. That word is in the text, in the Torah itself, or in our Chumash. The word is milu. This is a plural. This is where the concept of milui come from. What is this milui? This is what Rabbi Ben Shchai was talking about, that if you expand each of these letters, you multiply your shefa in this world. And before I go to my today limud, although it's going to be very short, it's just to fulfill our time for our students and for ourselves, because we also teach ourselves here. Kaverim, is there any question from the previous limud that we have learned so far on the word HaEmet?
No.
Is there any question? Okay, I wanted to believe that, well, there is no question, but I have got many questions. Of course, directed to you, directed to ourselves. In the previous limud, we have also talked about a method called, in English, is the composite. What is the composite? Last time we saw that the Aleph is a composite of 3 letters. What are those letters? Both on top, this on top of the, is it vertical? No, it's not vertical. How do you call this?
Vertical, yes.
This is not vertical.
This is vertical.
Vertical is straight, Nahon?
No, vertical is like this.
Oh yeah? Okay. One of my rabbis here said it's vertical. On top of the vertical.
Oh, diagonal.
Yeah, diagonal, yes.
Yes, so
That's what I thought it would be.
You're right, vertical. You want
The vertical one,
one more?
it's lamed. I mean, it's yud. And then the down one is yud. The middle one of the 2 is yud. I mean, it's a vav. So in other words, one letter consists of, only one letter consists of 3 letters. Not all of them, not all the Hebrew alphabet are so. Meaning not every Hebrew alphabet consists of 3 letters. Some of them consist of more than that. Some of them consist of only 2. Some of them are just 1. So, but even if it is 1, there is also a meaning. There is a meaning on top of each letter. If it is 1, like for example, a vav. A vav has got a small dot like a yud. It has got a small dot, and that also it means something. Well, it may not be, yeah, 26, and 54. Yeah, it's okay. 26 there. So we saw last time, and this is where I ended. I ended with a request from you that I leave this to you to figure it out. Did anyone figure it out? I know that one of the Rabbanim here gave a message, I mean, he gave an answer, or gave a hint. And my question now is, did anyone come up with anything, any question or an answer to this gamma-tro value derived from the composite letter or letters? As we can see, the word HaEmet. Is there any question? Any contribution?
We see. Yeah, Rabbi Shimon gave us the answer.
Okay. Okay. One of my Rabbanim here wanted to give an answer. What was the answer given by Rabbi?
I'm quoting
Shimon.
Rabbi Shimon.
Yes.
So if we put 26 plus 26 plus 54, that's 106.
Mhm.
And that's Kav.
What is Kav? Yes. Yes. What is Kav? You come up. You said Kav. What is Kav?
Kav is the line. Kav is like the line. That's the translation.
Okay. In mathematics, you have got many lines. You have
Yeah,
got a
but
straight line,
and this is the
which is
that goes
horizontal
from top to bottom.
Okay. Okay. What does that represent?
What is the cap?
Yeah, what is Kav? Still a question. What is Kav? Rabbi Shimon, you brought up this topic.
The cap is basically it's Adam Kadmon.
So what's Adam Kadmon?
Very good. Okay. Now, very good. You gave an answer. Okay, it's not a subject now. It's a subject that Be'ezrat Hashem, I will teach in the near future. The curve, it means this is a word describing Adam Kadmon. And we know that all the four worlds all come from Adam Kadmon. All the four worlds that we saw last week, they come from there. How did they come out? It's not a subject now, but B'ezrat Hashem, we will. So you could see that if you are only dependent on translations, you will not get up, not even close to the door of Jewish education and teaching. Never. Yesterday, it was the 10th of Tevet. Who could remember what happened on that day? I just wanted to connect it to what I have just said in a few seconds ago. Who could remember what happened on the 10th of Tevet?
The Torah was translated.
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. And that was the tragedy to the Jewish world and to the world itself. You remember in one of our limudim, we said, when you uproot something from its source, you did not only destroy it, you have killed it. But we know that you cannot kill Torah. But the true message has been distorted. I wanted to leave that there. That's why in a translation you cannot find all this. They may have got their own system, but it will not even bring you near to this. And as a Jew, as we saw in the Pasuk 28 of the first chapter of Bereshit, it's a command that we have to know this. Because it says, Urevu, I beg your pardon. It says, let me get it right. Peru, Urevu, and then we saw Ben Shechai ended there. But in a Chumash in our Torah, there is a continuation of that text. There is a significant, every word is significant. But I'm paying attention to this word, milui, milu. It's a method of expanding each letter in order to find the secret of the Torah. I wanted to say, not that I wanted to say, it's just a remark that I wanted to make in a passing by comment. We know that Adam Arishon refused to study the sod. There are so many Jewish people in a Jewish nation that are also refusing to study the sod. When Eve refused to study the sod, for those who have been with us in the train of this teaching, we know what happened to him. Chash v'shalom, this is not what I am wishing to any Jew, but if we refuse to study the sword, I don't know. But it's important that we learn the sword. So that we didn't cover that last time, but we about this word, milu. I just added up today, but so far the rest we have covered last week. Now today, I have given a hint, or I have mentioned that I have put questions. One of those questions is, what does it mean, remez? What is remez? When you hear some Jews speaking, and then particularly the people of the sword saying remez, what comes into your mind? When we hear the word remez, what comes into our mind?
That is a sign.
A sign or a hint. A sign, a hint of what?
Connecting to words in the Torah.
Ben Shchai says it's a hint.
It's a hint.
Emet is a hint. To what? To the three world. Now my question, my next question is, if Ben Shchai is said the word emet is a hint to the three world, when we say the truth here, are we referring to the relating of daily occurrences as truth, or are we being reminded of the three world? Tzadikim and Tzadakot, did you understand my question? Sometimes my English fails me. I'm requesting yes or no.
Can you repeat the question, Rabbi?
Sorry?
Can you repeat the question?
My question is, Rabbi Ben Shchai says, the word emet is a hint. And one of my Rabbanim here said, it's a sign. My question is, in today's world, there are so many happening, not in today's world. Ever since, everything that happens that we relate, do we consider that as a truth? Or do we look at this, or is it a reminder, this way? Is it a reminder to a Jew? If it is a reminder of what? When we Jews, I wanted to paraphrase it again. When we Jews are talking about, not talking about, mentioning this word, emet, to us, is it a reminder or is it relating the daily occurrences that we experience? Is my question clear now?
Yes, Rabbi. I'm gonna go with reminder.
Hashem. Brother Jerry there goes with a reminder. Brother,
I said the same.
you said Rabbi Shimon also said the same. Is there any different opinion? Yes.
I'd say it's both.
Okay. Qualify your.
It's today's actions to do the tikkun for the Bria Yetzirah. Like you said before, you said that we have to fix the sparks.
Mhm.
So it's both. So we have today, fix today, for what happened in the past.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, Revi, I'm going to go with it's a daily occurrence.
I beg your pardon.
I'm going to say it's a daily occurrence. It's something we live with every time we learn the Torah. We have Emet.
We have got Emet in it, or we have got Emet?
We have Emet.
Okay. Any other view? Okay. There is a word called daber. The word daber. And what is a word in Hebrew? There is a word daber. What is? Maybe I should paraphrase it.
A word is davar.
Davar. What is an object in Hebrew?
Same thing, davar.
The same letter. Excuse me.
Yeah.
The same letters.
Yeah, identical.
Why would an object and the word could have the same letters? My question is going to both answers. That the word emet is both a reminder and also in the nutshell, it refers to daily occurrences. Why? Because the word daber and the object have got the same letters, right? So in other words, everything that happens in this world is the very same HaEmet that manifests in this world. That's why many of our rabbis, our sages, have said, try to see good in everything. And we saw last week in Yeshayahu 45, Pasuk 7. There the Navi said, Hashem said, I created all. I created Ra. Even something that we do not understand, even what happened on the 10th of Tevet, is HaKadosh Baruch's making. We are conditioned. We are conditioned to look at bad and good. Yes, we are living in a multiplicity, or the world of multiplicity. And we are in this world, we are creatures of societies we live in that seems to pervade, that seems to permeate, oh, yeah, permeate, that's right, that's yes. Our knowledge of Torah, societies have reduced us to what is called reasons. It's another. A few weeks ago, we learned that the the first hay is divided into two portions. The upper portion is called Bina, and the lower part is called Tebuna, reasoning. And many of us are conditioned by society we live in the world of Tebuna. Because in the world of Bina, the good common sense world, no one will be able to control you and I. I want to leave. No, let me not go with it for now. My dear friends, Fabian, no, I mean, look at this. Last time, in our previous remote, I also given a hint, well, I have given a hint that there are so many ways to look at this name. How much time do I still have? There are so many ways to look at this, and we are going to deal with one of those ways. Rabbi.
Yeah.
May I ask you to, Me'et, please, sing the same letters. It's the other way.
Yeah, trying to do it the right,
Yes, the right thing. So again, one of those ways to look at the word emet is the word me'et. If I cut mem from the other two last letters, what the two remaining letters, what do they remind you of? Yes, what does it remind us of?
Et.
Yeah, yes, it's red et, but what does it remind us of?
This.
Hmm?
Et is this.
That's a conventional Hebrew. Conversational Hebrew, I mean. Because in Hebrew, as they say, when you are directing it to a specific object, you use the word et. But what does it et have? What is the significance? What does it direct us to or reminding us of?
Is the Malchut?
Okay, Malchut. Any other opinion?
Alphabet.
When we look at the next word after the three words, where we have derived the word emet, the next word after Elohim, we find this word, right? No. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Where's my kumash? Right? The first pasuk. Bereshit. Did I go too fast?
בראשית ברא אלוקים את השמיים ואת הארץ.
Yes, I was correct. I didn't go fast. This, sorry,
בראשית ברא אלוקים את השמיים ואת הארץ.
yeah, I'm right, because the word emet is derived from the three words of Bereshit.
What are the three words of Bereshit?
The word of the first three words of Bereshit is Bereshit bara Elokim.
I know Rabbi Elnatan, it's Rabbi Pinchas, I'm on the way.
Ah,
You didn't know this?
no, even my Rosh Yeshiva is listening to my limud. Baruch Hashem. We are waiting for you, Rabbi Pinchas.
Toda, upcoming soon.
Toda rabba. So, those three words, where we have derived the word emet, at the end, immediately after those three words, at the end of those three words, we find it, which is a hint to the Hebrew alphabet. So that means that the Jews are not wrong when they are saying we are the people of the book. And we saw on last limud that only the Jewish people are rooted into the word emet. And we saw last week that the souls of the Jewish people are rooted into the three worlds that are hindered by the word emet. I want to go back before I conclude my limud for today. I want you to pay attention quickly on what I have said. The hidden letters in one letter. Let's focus on the word. The first letter. The first letter of the first word of the first pasuk, meaning verse of Torah. Pardon. Welcome, Rabbi. Welcome. Shalom.
Old but faith.
Tzadikim, tzedakot. I do not have a good handwriting, but bear with me.
You want to write? All right.
The first letter of the first letter of the first word of the first pasuk is bet. Very good. If you expand through the method called milui, You have got, can you expand that? I did already here. Very good. What does it, what? Sadikim, Sadakot. How do you read this word if we expand the first letter? Bet, right?
Yes.
So in other words, the two last letters are hidden within one letter, right?
Yes, right.
What is bet? As it is written out. We know that it refers to a house, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
What house is being referred to here? To your house? To my house?
To our house.
Is it possible that this refers to the Beit Mikdash? I'm just asking.
I was thinking about Beit Israel.
Beit Israel? Where do we find that in Beit Israel? Yeah, I know it is being referred to several times in the Tanakh, but in the context of the first pasuk.
So that inside the three first letters, we can have Israel, which is the last.
Yes.
Torah.
Yes.
So maybe Beit, when you do the Milui, we also have this Beit and within Israel.
Yes, that also stands. That also stands, but it needs to be built up also, to back up, to be backed up. My concentration here now is the general understanding of the word bet, that it refers to the Beit Mikdash. What happened yesterday? All marked the 10th of Tebet. The siege.
The walls got breached.
Yes. Not breached, just the siege. The siege of Beit Mikdash. It's referred to here also. Why? Because the siege led to the destruction. Can anyone tell me how long the first Beit Mikdash stood? How long? How many years?
410.
Rabbi Eliezer. Correct. If you just cut the B or the bet from the hidden letters, then how many do you have? You have got Yud and Taf. What is the gematria value of Taf? 400.
Yeah, 400.
And the Yud, 10. Right? So that means the Beit Mikdash is also addressed in the first letter.
So the second one was 410 years.
The first one, yes.
First one.
Yeah. 410. It's hidden in the first letter. can you write for me the word emet, please, once again? That would be marked at the end of my limit for today. Yes. Haverim, we have seen that the Jewish souls are rooted in the three worlds: Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya. Each of these letters is rooted to, into this three worlds. I will not be able to explain it today, but B'ezrat Hashem, we will. We know, we have learned here, but Tina Kadisha, that's why we are saying, our students, come to the land of Israel, come to Botsina Kadisha. My rabbi, my Rosh Yeshiva here, Botsina Kadisha. This is what he said to me the other day. And he keep on reminding his student now and then. There are certain level of Torah, or not a level, but aspect of Torah, particularly the Masoret, that is passed from a master to a student in a person, based on that premise. Or come to Botsina Kadisha. You will learn. We know that the Torah starts with bet. What does it allude to? When you just see, you start you start reading your Torah, and it starts with bet. My question is, when you see the first pasuk starts with bet, and then you have got Rabbi Ben Shkai says, the word emet is an allusion, it's a hint to the three worlds. Which are this world? He did not start from Asiya. No. He started from Baria. The world that starts with the letter Bet. So in other words, we can see that the Torah itself is the Torah of Baria. Is given there. For those who have been with us in the train, they know exactly what I'm referring to. Dear friend, I want just to emphasize that when you look at I mentioned it last time, the previously moved, that our prayers are arranged exactly according to these three worlds. If you pay attention to what is contained in every section of the prayer, you will see this world. Until, is there any question for now? I spoke too long without asking if there is any question. Any question, Rabbanim? Rebbitzin, is there any question? Any comment? In a world of Torah, we don't feel shy to ask questions.
I have one question.
Yes, please, if I can. Answer, yes.
If the British High said that in the word then we have the emet, and that the emet is the three words, and that the three words are Bria Yetirasya. What is the emet? Is the emet in the roots of Bria, or is the emet the combinations of the three words?
Did you understand the question? Did we understand the question? And anyone who has got an answer? I know that I know that he asked me, but I just wanted to explore. I wanted to repeat the question if I got it right. My Rosh Yeshiva here did ask a question that these three words, emet, hinting to the three world. No, can you repeat your question, Rabbi Pinchas?
So if the emet, meaning the truth,
Yes.
is the representation of the three words.
Mm-hmm.
And you say that, you have said that Bereshit starts with the bet,
Yes.
referring to Bria.
Yes.
So my question is, what is the truth? Is the truth the roots of the upper world, meaning the bet of Bereshit, meaning Bria, or is the truth the combination of the three levels?
Thank you. I think I got the question. Previously, a while ago, we were pondering on the significance of what it represents, the word emet, what does it represent? Is it a reminder to a Jew, or is it about relating about the daily occurrences? And I gave an example of what happened yesterday, 10th Tevet. And there were two answers. Rabbi Ari says it refers to daily occurrences, right?
I said both.
Oh, you said both. I beg your pardon. My apology. Rabbi Shimon and the others online said they are referring to the reminder. What we are reminded of, the source, I wanted to believe, the source where our souls as Jews are rooted to. Because Rabbi Ben Shchai says, these letters are just remedies a hint. So in other words, for me to answer the question at the best of my ability, the truth is not the word, but to the source, to the root. Because why would Rabbi Ben Shai says, it's a hint to the three world. That means the appearance of a thing here is kind of a shadow. It's kind of a shadow, but it reminds me that there is something higher. This is just a shadow. But the source of it is up there. To the best of my ability, the word the truth, it's at the source. To the world of barrier, the truth is there because it's where we, but we see again, these three worlds, they came into being because of certain actions. Again, the ultimate truth is not truly in the world of Beria where the Torah originates from. It's more higher than that. That's the answer I could provide, Rabbi Pinkas. Unless, because of the word remes. Remes is a hint. We know in my culture, the Ovawambos in Namibia. Ovawambos, particularly my branch, the Kwanyamas, they are very well known. They are both in Angola and also in Namibia. The colonial nations divided the tribe like any other places in Africa. The Kwanyamas are very well known to be very expert and professional in hinting. Yes. That's right. They can hint into either through words or through actions. They hint. But what they are using it to hint is not the core of the message. So to me, the remes is not the appearance of what is being hinted here. That matters. It's what that hint directing me to. Tzadikim, tzadakot. Any other question? Any comment? If there is none, thank you very much for participating. And Be'ezrat Hashem, Yitraot. Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen ve'amen.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Rabbi.
Amen, amen. Thank you, Rabbi Elnatan.
תודה רבה, צדיקים, צדקות, thank you. Hey, il a tout cassé. J'ai passé de test.